How are you feeling about Tesla today? I'm feeling like it's the end of the beginning, almost on us, and that we're about to get to the beginning of a new era where we're going to be talking about is AI and robotics. We'll still talk about the car. I'm going to talk about the car today, but that's what it's going to be, AI and robotics. Moreover, I think the street is about to come on board and the stock, well, you know, you know my position. You know my price targets. 500 as soon as we have the end of safety riders and 1,500 vehicles in the robotaxi fleet, followed by a run up to 600 by the end of January. That's my current PT. Yes, I've had to change it. It happens. You have to change it. Dan Ives changes his. Um, Tom Lee changes his. Kathy Wood changes hers. Got to change them when the news changes. Later in the show, we will have shocking. All right. Are you ready? Shocking. An honest report from an automotive media source. Check it out. We'll be getting to that in a minute. Yesterday, we pointed to Tesla and SpaceX. If you didn't watch this show, you should have. We pointed to Tesla and SpaceX and their commanding, broad, and deep effort to dominate energy and electricity and other power production in the known universe. It was an amazing show, and I'll put the card up later. This morning, I want to go on from that, and I want to look at Tesla and XAI and SpaceX, where they're going to completely dominate the battle for inference. Think about that. No, it won't be Google. A lot of shows this weekend, a lot of shows, a lot of other podcasts this weekend. The All In podcast, talking about Google, leading the pack in terms of compute. No, the contest is not going to be close. I'm going to prove it right now. Here we go. So number one, as discussed yesterday, there's going to be huge amounts of free inference in the cars and the bots, etc. Nobody else has this. It's going to be a massive amount, and it's just going to be continually growing. Every single robotaxi, every single cybercab, every single semi-truck, every single vehicle that's already been sold, every single vehicle that's going to be sold in the future is going to have a chip. And then all the robots, and then who knows what else Elon has up his sleeve. But all of these chips that are going to be in these vehicles and in these bots, these are all going to be available, well, to the extent that you allow it in your car, and the Tesla fleets will obviously allow it. If there's space available on your chip, Tesla's going to be able to grab it and use it for inference. Nobody else has anything like this. It's just completely unique. Number two, there is a rapid pace of inference training and build that's going on at Cortex and Colossus. I don't think that, yes, the TPU, according to All In Podcast, I don't know if they're right or not, or maybe it was the Moonshot podcast over the weekend. One or the other or both were saying, Google was number one, and then I think maybe Microsoft was number two. But the reality is, Elon is going to crush both of them shortly with domestic, I'm sure, sorry, land-based, land-based inference. I don't think it's going to be close. I don't think it's going to be close. We'll see what happens, but I think that I think Tesla and XAI are going to dominate in those two categories. Anyway, then number three, there are all the deals that Elon's making to make sure he can buy all the inference chips that he needs. Who else is doing this? He's got Samsung making chips. He's got TSMC making chips. He's buying chip stacks from NVIDIA at a rate that is, I think, incomparable. And now he's getting involved with NVIDIA in Saudi Arabia to build more chips. I think it's not even going to be close again, just in terms of the amount of chips he's going to be buying. And then number four, Elon is, I think, almost all of my co-hosts have now chimed in. I think we all agree. Elon is going to build rather, a terafab. It's going to be according to him, it's going to be 10 buildings, 10 phases, 10 10 fabs. And the first fab he's going to start building soon. And when he's done, he'll have 10 fabs, and it will be one of the largest fabs in the world, maybe the largest in the United States. And that's in addition to all the fabs, all the 100% production of the Samsung fab in Texas, the fab in Arizona providing. I mean, just goes on and on and on. Anyway, number 5, no one has the ability to put the chips in space other than Elon. So number 1, we have all those inference chips in cars and robots. And number 2, there's going to be all these chips going into space. And who else can do it? Nobody else can do it. I mean, there's a couple of other space companies, and they can put up a little bit of weight, assuming they get actual rockets delivering payloads into high Earth orbit. But no, the only company that can do it now, I mean, we can do it now. Falcon can do it, but Elon says that it wouldn't be cost efficient. And Starship, any minute now, January, February, I think we're going to be seeing a really, really complete Starship ready to start doing payloads, maybe in March or April. And once we start doing payloads, then it will be all about SpaceX. But that's a SpaceX combined with Tesla, because Tesla needs to make or provide the chips. And it's going to be, and Tesla will probably be building the solar also. So it's going to be all Tesla and SpaceX in space, I think. What do you think? Number 6, how can anyone compete with all of that above? And the answer is they can't. So I think Tesla wins the inference. Tesla combined with xAI and SpaceX, basically Elon Musk Enterprises, win the inference competition. All right, now it's time again for doing the catalysts. You know, from time to time that I come up with my catalyst lists. Can you get your arms around the fact that it's less than 6 weeks to January 1st? It's like 5.5 weeks. Anyway, it's 7 days plus 31 days, 38 days. Elon has predicted that Tesla will hit some very, very important catalysts before year end. Let's go through it again, or maybe for the first time for some of you, and in more detail maybe this time. This time, it's going to be very compacted. So I keep talking about, first I said, oh, it'll be 3 months, and then 2 months. Well, now we're really down to a little over a month that these catalysts have, that we still have a possible, well, it might happen, might not happen, but Elon told us the other day what the 2 biggest catalysts are, and one of those would still be this year. The second one, the actual production starting on their big million per year capability line of Optimus, that won't happen until next year. But the other one is going to happen this year. That is the number one catalyst, besides Optimus production, the number one catalyst, according to Elon Musk and according to me, for how long? 8 months, 9 months I've been saying this. The number one catalyst, maybe of all time for Tesla, is unsupervised FSD. It unlocks everything. It creates the most important vehicle feature since electric ignitions are rubber tires. Car sales will go crazy. FSD sales and subscriptions will go way, way up. And the narrative will become a reality. So up till now, we've had this narrative about Tesla's future. Once unsupervised FSD is announced and people begin to be able to use FSD in their vehicle and play games, text, do whatever they want to do, sleep, while the car takes them to work, and then be able to send the car home or send the car off to park itself or whatever. Once that starts, it's over. The game is over. And Elon has said that could be before the end of the year. And I think at that point, we'll begin to see the street and everybody else get it. All right. Number 2, safety rider out. Just mentioned that above just a second ago. Some are saying that this doesn't matter. But I think it's the optics. The company is saying that they have been patient and made safety the top concern. But I think they're getting to the point where they have the confidence to go all in. And I think this happens in the next few weeks. They've been talking about FSD version 14.2. That's my third point. FSD version 14.2, the version should combine, I'm sorry, the 14.2 is now out. I think we'll start to see maybe some pop on the stock this week as a result of 14.2, because basically it's this close to perfection. It combines the smoothness of the version 13 with the last mile capabilities of 14.1.7. Apparently, everybody, all the reporting right now, I just went into that in a very long report yesterday. I think that was the midday report yesterday. Anyway, there's also been have been way too many small mistakes that will hopefully be resolved. There's a bunch of little things, tiny things. I mean, really parking lot things and whatnot. But the YouTube videos about this have been classics. The car is amazing. Number 4, China and Eurozone shipments. I think there's evidence starting to build that the shipments will be way better than expected. The street is only looking for 445,000 for the quarter, but November numbers might indicate that this is going to be beaten handily and go back to my original concept, which was 500,000 cars. Why aren't there any? Not one. There's zero happening with regard to any kind of promotions or price off deals or even lease deals. I mean, we're almost at the end of November and there's nothing. That tells me that Tesla is selling all the cars that they want to sell. Now, will that be 500,000? I don't know. We'll see. Number 5, by the way, and there's no deals in Europe. There's no deals in China. There's no deals inside. It's not just US, it's worldwide. There's no deals. Number 5, it probably doesn't happen in 2025, but we soon should get the actual statement that Solar Gigafactory and Terafab are going to happen. It may not happen in the next 5-6 weeks, but maybe it happens at the January earnings call. Maybe it happens in between. Maybe it happens, on a Joe Rogan interview. I don't know, but I think we're going to soon hear that the Terafab and the Gigafactory are really going to happen, as opposed to just being hinted at. And of course, the opportunity on those are just massive. Now, that's only 5. We only got 5 weeks. Well, like I said, the last one probably doesn't happen. So 4 in 5 weeks, that would be amazing if we get all 4 of those. What would you add to the list? You got anything that I missed? All right, shock of shocks. Here we go, a completely honest comparison. This is from Autoblog. The conclusion is the 2026 Tesla Model 3 Performance is the better buy over the 2026 BMW i4 eDrive 40. It's just because the name is so stupid. Offering better or equal quality across key categories for less money. And this is an understatement. They don't say that in their report. I'm adding that. This is an understatement, if there ever was one. Now listen to this. It's going to be so much fun to listen. More specifically, we're going to be they said they're going to be comparing the Model 3 performance starting at $54,490 against a BMW i4 eDrive 40 starting at $57,900. Already, it is $3,410 more than or $310 more. No, $410 more. Anyway, yeah, $410 more. So, number 1, despite technically being in different classes, with the Model 3 labeled as a midsize and the i4 categorized as a compact executive sedan, these 2 vehicles are relatively similar in overall size while seating 5 passengers. For 2026, Tesla continues the Model 3's ongoing mid-cycle refresh by equipping the performance trim with upgraded brakes, a lower and a sport-tuned suspension, electronically continuously variable shock absorbers with real-time damping adjustments, which are based on driver input and conditions. Additional changes to this Tesla include the return of the car's turn signal stock instead of the controversial steering wheel buttons, and a new in addition to, and a new front bumper camera. The BMW i4, which also receives a mid-cycle refresh, features new semiconductor components in its inverter, increased range. Horsepower changes were limited to the M60 trim, which costs an additional $12,000. Number two, when considering the 2026 Tesla Model 3 performance, the BMW i4 eDrive 40, many drivers are naturally more curious about power. Well, the all-wheel drive Model 3 performance is equipped with two motors producing 510 horsepower, 554 foot-pounds of torque, resulting in a 2.9-second 0 to 60. While this Tesla's 0 to 60 time hasn't improved over last year, and quite frankly doesn't need to, the pricier Audi i4 M60 recorded a 3.6 second time, with the i4 eDrive 40 well behind at 5.5. So you pay the extra money, you get less. And if you really only pay a little extra money, you get a lot less at 5.5 seconds compared to 2.9. The 2026 i4 eDrive 40 comes with one motor, which only delivers 335 horsepower compared to 550. When I say 500 and something, 554, yep. And 370 foot-pounds of torque. Now they say pound-feet of torque. I'm not sure. I'm sorry, it's 510 horsepower versus 335 and 550 foot-pounds of torque compared to 317. The BMW's drivetrain is also rear-wheel drive only. The all-wheel drive, you can get that for $2,400 extra. I think we're now up to about, how many thousand? 15,000 extra if you really want to get anywhere close to the Tesla. Still, if you're comfortable spending more, the more expensive one is more competitive with two motors, good for only 396 horsepower and 443 pounds. Okay, number three. I mean, it's not even close. When it comes to power and torque, it's not even in the same ballpark. Number three, compared to the i4 eDrive 40, the Model 3 performance features better standard brakes than its competitor, with thicker ventilated disc rotors, thicker brake pads, and a sport-tuned braking system designed to accommodate track use. This translates into improved stopping distances and brake cooling. They don't even talk about the Audi on this one because it doesn't have any of what we just heard. So let's see, performance better, braking better. Number four, the Model 3 also has a sportier on-road feel, while the i4 eDrive leans towards a more comfortable ride, but that's more of a personal preference. Primary drive modes in the Model 3 performance consists of standard, sport, and track. The BMW also has three levels. They call it Comfort, Eco, Pro, and Sport. Number five, the 2025, I don't know that there was a big difference there, except that they said it was slightly better for the Tesla. Number five, the 2026 Tesla Model 3 has a maximum range of 309 miles with its lithium-ion traction battery, 11.5 kilowatt onboard charger, and 82 kilowatt capacity. Tesla states the 250 kilowatt superchargers, and they also have they can do 162 miles of range on the Model 3 in 15 minutes. Comparison, the 2026 BMW i4 offers 307 to 333 miles of range, depending on the tires, wheels. I don't know why they didn't say that the Tesla also depends on the wheels, but anyway. The 14 drives peak charging rate is only 200 kilowatts, and the power charging will deliver 88 to 99 miles of range in 10 minutes. So let's just extrapolate. That'd be like 140 miles compared to 162 miles in 15 minutes, assuming it continues to be able to deliver at the same level. And by the way, of course, this is number six. The i4 drivers must charge with a CCS type 2 port rather than an NACS port, as BMW is still rolling out the NACS adapter for models like the i4 someday in the near future. Number seven. So we got speed, we got power and performance, we've got brakes, we've got we've got power. Range is about the same, and then much better charging. Teslas aren't known, it's number seven, for their ornate interiors, but the Model 3 performance still has Some features worth highlighting. Model 3 performance drivers receive standard ventilated front seats, a feature that is only available as an upgrade on the i4. Number 8, additional standard features you'll find Model 3 that you won't find in the entry-level i4 include power tilt front seats, wraparound ambient lighting, a power adjustable steering wheel, second row heated seats, a carbon fiber trim detail. In addition, the 14's cabin trim leans into the use of standard aluminum rhombical anthracite. Okay. I don't care about that because I don't know what it means. Number 9, both models feature standard synthetic leather seating material, but the i4 offers a more dynamic upholstery color palette, including Canberra beige, Tacora red, cognac, and black. The Model 3s, so if you care about colors, go with the Audi. The Model 3 Performance's upholstery comes in either black or black-white. Differences in front and rear legroom are minimal. The Model 3 Performance leading up front with 1.2 inches more, but the i4 has more in the back by a tiny bit, additional inch. Number 10, so the interior seems to be tons better than the Audi. All the things that are available in the interior, just a lot more. I think they're going to mention it later, but of course there's the extra TV in the back, right? I think screen in the back. Number 10, cargo space is a much more notable consideration, as the Tesla's rear front has 21 cubic feet of storage, as compared to the i4. Its rear trunk has only 16.6. 21 compared to 16.6 on storage. Wait. There's also the frunk, which has 3.1 cubic feet of capacity, and whoops, this other vehicle has no frunk. So I don't know if you want storage, if you want performance, if you want brake. Okay. Number 11, viewing driver data may also feel more natural to many drivers in the i4, as the BMW features a dual screen setup with a 12.3-inch instrument cluster and a 14.9 instrument central infotainment display. In contrast, the Model 3's single 15.4-inch display combines driver information data with infotainment, and a vehicle function controls like climate are also included. However, the 2026 Model 3, they're going to tell you now, has a rear touchscreen with media, climate, and seat controls in the back. You won't find that. Then I kept seeing Audi. This is a BMW. I'm so sorry. This is a BMW. Everything I just said, forget when I said Audi. Go back and input. Okay. Number 12, you're all probably going, what is he talking about? 12, the Model 3 also has more integrated and advanced self-driving technology via standard autopilot and FSD. Driverless technology in the BMW's i4 is centered around more common assist aids, like adaptive cruise control. Tesla's full self-driving takes the Model 3's autonomous capabilities to the next level, but it will cost you $8,000 up front or $99 a month. As for the audio, number 13, you would think the BMW would have a really great audio system. Well, okay. Model 3 has 17 standard speakers, 7 more than you'll find in the i4, and 1 more than its available system if you want to do the upgrade. Still, the Model 3 doesn't support Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, where these are standard and wireless in the i4, but there's a whole list of things that are in the Tesla. It's a huge long list of things that are in the Tesla that they probably should have put here to make a comparison, because the Tesla information and entertainment is unbelievable compared to any other system out there, although some are getting close. But I still don't think any of them have fart mode. And then over-the-air updates that make the Tesla better over time. I don't think they have that. I'm pretty sure. I'm guessing that some of the regulars to this show, that was the end of that. Can you believe how honest and that reporting was? Why would anybody buy a BMW? Why would anybody buy an Audi either? I'm sorry. But anyway, at least with regard to that one, it's not even close. I can't imagine why anybody buy a BMW compared to the Tesla unless they just have EDS. It's possible they have EDS. Now, listen, I'm guessing that some of you of the regulars, maybe even those of you who are listening right now, might have been traveling over the river and through the woods yesterday, because all three shows yesterday had so-so viewership. None of them really popped. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it just wasn't great, and it was great content. Now, I know, you might get tired of listening to me all the time, just me, but yesterday I had Brian Wang on in the morning, and you like Brian. Anyway, you could go back now. I'm going to put all three of these up. Morning started with the news report. I'm sorry, what does this say here? Oh man, let's see. The day started. No, that's right. That's right. In the morning, I did a news report on FSD 14.2, where we did a compilation of all everything that everybody had said about 14.2. And then I did a deep dive into the upcoming Fed decision. By the way, it's looking positive, but watch that show to see all the details of what have the Fed speakers been saying? What is the betting saying? What am I saying about it? Okay. And then we went on. We had the regular news show in the middle of the day. Dan Ives did a half an hour interview about Tesla's future. And I analyzed that. I got that down to just, like 10 minutes instead of half an hour. And then there was another half to the show last night. I don't think I remember what it was, but it was really good. Then we have the day finishing with Brian Wang doing a deep dive into FSD 14.2, into robotaxi, into Waymo, into AI and Grok 4.1. All of that by Brian Wang, obviously doing his scientific stuff as well as his amazing analysis. Now, I know most listeners to this channel are men. Like 95% of you are men. We are horrible at getting gifts for family members and whatnot. And quite frankly, I gave up years ago. I just send money. I'm just being serious. Well, maybe that's you too, but this year is different. You can wow your kids. You can wow your grandkids. You can, anybody else that's on your gift list with two items. One would be the Cybertruck Bottle Opener. Yes, it's back. Yay. It's kind of like McDonald's McRibs. Every once in a while we bring it back. So the prices haven't changed. $25 for one, $45 for two, $65 for three, and $85. And down below, you'll get the information. It might be $85 for four. I'm sure by 100, it's probably not down there, but 100, $100, I'm sure you can get five. Just if you want five, I'll do it for $100. All right. All of this is shown below. But also, guess what the other thing is you can give? And it will this is a gift that will keep on giving for the next 20 years. No, I'm serious. Anybody reading AI Rising will get a gift that will last them 20 years. They will be able to look into the future and start making plans around how the future is going to look. They will also be able to make decisions about stocks, bonds, investments, and what not to invest in based on the massive changes that are coming in all 8 parts of the AI stack, which it's critical. I mean, it's critical. You should read it too. If you haven't read it, you should read it. But man, what a gift. And it starts at $3.99. So you can get this gift that is going to give people such information. They don't even have to read it. Tell them just to read chapter 4. But for $4.99, for $3.99, and say, look, I don't care if you read it or not. I'm going to send it to you because you should read it. That's even the audio version for people that don't read and only listen, $15.99. Okay, this is the best Christmas gift ever for a low price. So later today, we'll have the Monday morning show, as always, with the news, as well as the upcoming week in terms of what's going to happen in the financial markets. And then we'll have a super fun conclusion to the week that includes all the reasons why it won't be just this, but we will include all the reasons why people hate Elon Musk. Of course, I'll be putting in some arguments of why these are stupid, but I think it's instructive. We're investors in the stock. We know that hating Elon Musk hurts Tesla car sales. We know that this is true. But so maybe we should understand why people hate Elon Musk. Now you'll say, oh, I get it already. No, you don't. Listen to the show tonight. You'll see that there's way more to this than meets the eye. This is Ray and Kirk. It's been great talking to you today.